What's up, everybody? How's it going? Tonight, I will be discussing some things that would be probably going to make you cringe or make you laugh at or possibly make you cry. Because I don't know. I don't know what to tell you guys because a lot of people might not like my content because my content isn't that great. So, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and begin the show with a lot of things that I'm going to probably discuss about, possibly get some guests in through my Discord. If anybody wants to come in and watch the show, go ahead. I don't mind. I just want to explain some things, and beforehand, I want to address some issues. A lot of people have been talking about a lot of things that are happening lately, and I want to be nice about this because a lot of people have been discussing this with me. Especially the virus and all that other stuff. I will honestly say to you, it is a very scary experience. Especially, I'm living in Washington State, and I can't tell you where. It's because due to the fact that there's some creepy people that have been stalking me lately. Like there was a person that was sending me messages, same bot messages over and over again, that were really creepy. Now, keep this in mind. This person has been trying to, which I've been aware for a while about this person, and I've been trying to avoid this person lately because this person has been sending me messages through her account, through this person's account. I'm not going to say who. It's just this person's really creepy as hell. Because I've been receiving a lot of messages. For those who don't know, there is a person that goes by luckily, YouTube catched this whole thing for a while and has been noticing that the person's been sending the same messages over and over again and banning that person for saying the same thing over and over again because this person's a really big bot. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about this whole simp war thing because a lot of people are talking about it. It started with a meme that kind of started it all. I know this is going to be cringy, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the video of this whole thing. So here we go. This is the person that everyone's talking about, Nicolo. Well, you may know her. I gotta stop this. Now, a lot of people who don't know, she actually has a YouTube channel, a Twitch channel, and an Instagram channel, because I will show you guys right now. This is her Instagram. Yeah, she's a really hot tamale, as you might as well know. You can see right here in the pictures and everything. This is her. This is the woman that everyone's talking about that has made the meme that everyone is laughing about. That had millions and millions of views, like almost 17 million views on TikTok, even on Twitter. It's been shared around a lot, and of course her account got banned, and I thought it was kind of funny. I thought it was a hilariously funny thing that happened. Now, for those who don't know, it kind of happened. I'm just laughing about this because it's so hilarious. Now, a lot of people... Now, she's kind of saying this. Simping is king shit confirmed. Like, she kind of said this, and it started a war on the internet. Now, I'll show you.
But when someone is talking about guys simping for a girl, I just don't understand what's wrong with, like, worshiping a girl. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Girls deserve to be worshipped. Alright? Not saying specifically me. Okay? But girls should be worshipped. Alright? It doesn't mean you're a simp. All right, simping isn't bad. Simping is kingship. Okay, you're a king.
The
if
Simp
you're
gang. They
not
just
worshiping.
started a Simp gang
But when
for
someone
her.
is talking about guys simping for a girl, I just don't understand what's wrong with like worshiping a girl. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Okay?
So it just started out really creepy. Now, keep this in mind. Simping is something that's really creepy behavior because I can understand that a lot of girls may not like it because of the fact that it's kind of weird. Like, now I'm back. I'm sorry about this. My connection is really bad. But it's kind of funny how this whole thing happened. This is funny. Yeah, she's a big Bernie supporter. For those who don't know, she kind of started this meme, and it's kind of funny. Now, I'm not gonna try to, get upset about this, but this is ridiculous. And she also owns a she also owns a YouTube channel, which I can show you guys. It's kind of weird. I'm not gonna show that, but she mostly speaks in Spanish. That's her thing. A lot of people don't realize she does her own YouTube content. She does her own thing, and it's kind of weird that this started a war, an argument about simps and everything else, and it's sort of caused a big mess on the internet, which started a war. I'm not going to say anything bad about this, but that's what's going on. And a lot of people are talking about this woman because she looks very young when she appeared in that OK Boomer video. And of course, when you look at her now, she's like a really mature woman on Instagram. Like, yeah. Like, you can tell she's into that stuff. She's a very mature woman. Not gonna lie, she's pretty attractive, but she has a boyfriend, as you can see. That's Nick Broman. Like, that's Nick. This is so funny. I can't laugh at this. This is what that's who she is. That's what she does. I think she is a professional. Like, she's pretty professional right here. You can tell by her professional pictures right here that you can tell. Other than that, she has been around the gaming scene for a while for TwitchCon. She worked for Twitch. What the heck this? Nigga Obama. Like, really? Seriously? Let me see, who else is there? Candace. Like, everyone's making... Like, let me see this. Okay, Simon Pitch Black. And didn't wife... No? Thanks to squatting down and taking a pic, it must have been hard for a 7. Wow, she is small. But she's a mature woman. You can tell by this. This is like one of the weirdest things. I hate to say. I know this is wrong to look at this, but this is the truth. This is her. She's a young lady, and she's very adultish. You can tell by her content. It's nothing but. Now I'm just gonna. Now you can see right here. This is her speaking English. Vlogging, and she basically tries to say some Spanish words. This is her content on YouTube, getting 15,000 views. This is what she does for a living. Now she's doing this. Now let me see. Skip this. Okay, that's her. What is she trying to do? Buying apples, and she's wearing like. Nah, she's rich. she's a rich woman. There's no, I seen this type of clothing before. She works very hard for a living. You can tell. This is the reason. Okay. She lives in. Okay, I seen this type of place before. I've been here before. I lived in Florida. Yeah, this is the area of Florida. Yeah. Yeah, she wants to vote for Bernie. And she lives in a really nice area. Yeah, I rather not. Ladies and gentlemen, she's voting for Bernie because she wants free college shit. So yeah, she's gonna try to do this. That's the reason why she's doing this. This is my analytical point of view here. You can tell she has a nice home. You can tell that her, god damn it, her closet is huge. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's what she does. It's a really weird place. Yeah. That's her. And that's pretty much what I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at it right now in this stream. And oh my god, she is mi salada de la casa de Nubio apartamento. That's her apartment, which is probably a lot of money. And I'm gonna tell you guys, this is her house. This is her apartment. That is very expensive to live in, mind you, with a closet like that. If you like this video and speak Spanish, click this button. Click this button. Yes. Mi salada de la casa mi novio apartamento. Yes, I can speak a little bit of Spanish here. Hola, mi nombre es Nicole. Yo agarro de directo en Twitch. Muchos diferentes jungos, pero man, I can't. Tempo is Fortnite. The games I play is Fortnite and League of Legends. Subscribe to me, YouTube, my social media. Thank you. That's all I can interpret from my translation on this whole thing. That's what I see in this. And yes, this is what I see in this whole thing. Now keep this in mind, I have no ill will towards her, but this is the girl that everyone's talking about that is doing the whole okay boomer meme, and I simply don't care. But the fact is, it's kind of funny that she actually has an apartment, and she actually works as like a professional, and I forgot which one. Like she's a PRX. That's a professional model. It's like a demi-quick especial. She's like a professional model. Because I don't know if that's like one of those girls that promote those drinks and shit. I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to look that up. PRIX. Let me look it up because I'll be right back, guys. Because I'm going to transition over to this and just go to PRX. PRIX. RIX. Oh, she's a race girl. Okay, that's what she does. Okay, she is an F-150 girl. Okay, that's who she is. Okay, that's how she works, because she actually is a race girl. I didn't know that. Like, that's kind of weird. PRX, Prix, as in Grand Prix Raceway. Like, she's actually she's like an F1. She's like the F1 girls. Okay, that's kind of weird. She's an F1 girl. She's like one of the girls that do those racing things and tours around a lot. Okay. But now she's doing this. That's fine. And of course, I'm like looking at her going like, man, she's kind of cute. But she already has a boyfriend. And it's like, damn. Like, so, and this is what she's saying right here. So so to be a changing man into those simps ass female worshippers you spoke to in a video, women don't see those types of attractive long term, and I know of an opinion, and I ask in this matter, being that Bernie supporter, I ain't a Republican, but Bernie's socialist policies don't work. Ask people from like this is what the guy is saying to her. Okay, like this is kind of weird. I'm just like reading this stuff. I don't know, but this is kind of weird that a lot of people are going at her about this. Like I don't know. She also has a TikTok. She actually has a Discord. She actually has a lot of things that are going on. I don't know what to tell you guys because this is her. And a lot of people are talking about her, and she's... oh boy, this is not fun at all. This is not fun at all, and I can tell you why. The only thing I can tell you is that this is her. This is her Instagram. This is what she does. She's a race girl. She works as a race girl. I'm surprised by this. She actually does look like a professional model by the looks of her. And this is pretty much what you would expect from her. And I'm not saying that this is something you would see. All right, let me go ahead and transfer over to this. Because I know that some people are probably looking at my encoder and shit. Like, this is some weird stuff. That's her social media. That's pretty much what you would expect. Now... let me see what else is going on because I want to share this to everybody. I want to be honest with you guys because this girl has been attracting a lot of people and it's kind of hilarious. And I know that some people don't like her because she's like the Bernie supporter. And to be honest with you, I don't have a problem with her doing that. It's just that people want free college stuff, but I don't trust Bernie. Nothing personal. It's just I don't trust Bernie, and Bernie's pretty much a guy who. And if anybody wants to convince me to vote for Bernie, that's fine. I would like to hear what their thoughts on this whole issue about Bernie. Now, I said allegedly if it's true, expressing displeasure if. Okay, so now Matt Jarbo's doing it again in the wrong way. Now, let me see if I can let me see something here. Because I want to address this issue because I want to point out something. And I'm not going to try to, be mean or anything about this because I know that some people may not like it. Okay, let me see what content she's like. To me, that girl looks like she kind of is like another version of Brittany Valente. Nico is kind of another version of Brittany Valente, but she's on the left, while Brittany Valente is kind of like in the center right. She's not a bad. I don't think both of them are bad people per se. I understand that Brittany's like had some issues in the past. Like I remember she kind of did that for a lot of reasons. Now a lot of people are talking about content cop fans only thing. Now she kind of released a video and it's kind of funny. I'll probably watch it. I will show you guys what's up in a moment. So here we go. This is going to be a video that you probably will laugh at. This is the video that's going to be in full, so here we go. And I'll probably show it to you guys. Here we go.
You were supposed to come and hang out with me in Celestia. After you begged Celestia, I have the Skype screenshots. You begged her to come hang out with me. You begged.
Hold on. Let me get you guys the content here so you can view this, because this is going to be hilarious. So here we go.
Out because iDubbbz tells you it's a bad idea to associate with me.
I never wanted to join Zoe's Ho Squad. People shouldn't make fun of porn stars.
Basically, she sucked up to Celestia Vega,
Also false.
begging to be a part of Zoe's Ho Squad, but iDubbbz told her not to, so she
That's
too.
true.
Is he one of the biggest fucking YouTubers and he can't help your ass out?
Today is like, I want to feel sexy, so I'm going to, feel sexy. That's what this is about today. When I did titty streaming, or whatever you want to call it, titty streaming, I felt like I was performing improv in a way. I did see it as exciting improvisation, and I was very proud of it. I liked what I did. Yeah, damn, it's like fucking expensive, you guys. It is. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is the other thing that I want to be super transparent about it. Like, if it does happen, there's going to be a portion of it that is like a gift. Like, it's like gift. It's like combined gifts.
Well, when I'm right, I'm right. I remember I got so much crap about making that iDubbbz girlfriend video, along with the other ones that I made. My criticisms were met with the response, "You're just jealous." And it's because I'm a woman criticizing another woman. That's always the response I get, because I couldn't possibly have valid criticisms, right? Has to be jealousy, 100% of the time. But it seems that I am now vindicated. I not only got crap about the videos that I had made and presented all evidence to back up all of my claims, but I also got crap back in the day before she was iDubbbz's girlfriend, and I called her out for her reform booby streamer days, where she said that she wanted to put on a t-shirt with her dramatic, sad, victimizing music over her video announcing it. And iDubbbz's girlfriend said that her intention of making that video was to change the focus of the stream. Never mind the fact that only like 2 streams later, she was back to having the focus be on her body, wearing short shorts and thigh highs and things like that. But that didn't matter. Reddit came to her defense, coming to white knight her and give her the upvotes for not being like those other whores, right? I thought you were a big fat fucking when you wore your v-neck t-shirt, but now that you've put a t-shirt on, I respect you, my friend. She even thought she was a superhero. And now look just how dumb these Reddit simps look for defending her from back then until now, calling me jealous, dismissing all of the things I present to you guys. Absolutely vindicated. Because now iDubbbz's girlfriend is starting her new career as an online prostitute. And this was only what, like 1 month after she just got her new fresh boob job paid for by iDubbbz. Like, she's gonna go sell her body to the entire world like a prostitute before her boobs were even done healing. You couldn't wait for your boobs to heal before you became a prostitute? And I guess my question is, why is she doing this? She's with iDubbbz. They've been together for years. He is rich. He's definitely at least like a millionaire. He was one of the most popular YouTubers back in the day, and he couldn't help her out. He had to subject her to prostitution? Or is it that he's sitting back and being her pimp? I don't know which one is more disgraceful. And considering the fact that he essentially financed her tits, I'm inclined to believe that he's pimping her out. There's 2 options here, or rather 2 possibilities. Number 1, she's mentally ill, Or number two, she did it out of desperation for money, because that's how prostitution works. Nobody is a happy prostitute. Nobody does it because they like to do it. That's not really the career choice of people unless they need money because they're desperate or they have mental issues or both. I know that in the past, and based on the big iDubbbz girlfriend video that I made, that she has a history of being a cup shaker, which is what I call somebody who pretends they're poor or broke when they're not. She says something along the lines, just to recap really quick, she says something along the lines of, I can't afford to be a vegan because it's too expensive. And this is while she was with iDubbbz, who is probably a millionaire.
I'm on day 4 of this vegan shit, and it is way harder to do, okay, when you don't have money. You know what I've been eating for the past 3 days?
I don't know her financial situation, and I know that in the past, as shown in the other iDubbbz girlfriend video, that she has cried over the fact that she's no longer successful because she's not selling her body anymore, which is why I think she went back to what she was doing, and even worse now, and just becoming a straight up e-prostitute.
But I feel like I've just been slowly deteriorating ever since I've changed from Rainbow Kids. You know, and it's just been dying and dying and dying and dying, and now it's like dead. I'm crying in dog makeup. Come on. How to cry in dog makeup. So stupid.
But then again, the question beckons, why is iDubbbz not helping her then? Why does she have to resort to online prostitution? So then, supporting the fact that iDubbbz and her have been together for years, and he's a millionaire, and he can support her, I have to also think, maybe it's also the mental issues, because maybe somehow she just isn't getting enough validation and attention, even though she gets that on default just by being iDubbbz's girlfriend. Is she really that hard up for validation and attention? And is it really worth her ruining her life? Because now it's going to be awkward having kids. It's awkward having kids when they can easily just look up your pornography. It's kind of embarrassing, and it kind of makes the kids feel bad too. It lowers their self-esteem, and it alters and affects what your kids will think about you. And it also affects how people look at iDubbbz, because your partner, your significant other, is an extension of yourself. And because your significant other is an extension of you, whatever they do reflects on you. And so how do you guys think that reflects on iDubbbz as a person when his girlfriend's going out and having to prostitute herself? I don't really think she's doing it for fun. I don't think people, unless they have mental illness, are out there causing themselves mental issues by being an online prostitute, stuff that has long-term effects on you, what others think of you. And in her case, she has Muslim parents. Her dad is Muslim. She said that he was the reason that she stopped booby streaming, so to speak. She did a lot more than that in the first place.
It actually was my father that made me stop doing the titty streaming completely.
So she has a lot to lose here. Her father is Muslim. That doesn't line up with his beliefs for his daughter to be a prostitute online. Her mother was a converted Muslim, or is one, and is conservative. I don't know how they feel about it. I can't imagine if that were my daughter. And I bet in doing this sort of online prostitution, she probably lost a lot of friends too, or they think differently of her or treat her different. So I find it very hard to believe that she's just doing this for fun. Who would cause this much stress to themselves for fun? That's not very fun. And prostitutes don't become prostitutes, again, unless it's mental illness, desperation, or both. Because you need that validation, you need to feel accepted, or you need money. And let me tell you guys, there's no such thing as a happy prostitute. That is a bold-faced lie. They try to sell you this life like it's glamorous, and it's not. You lose a lot. There is a lot to lose, like your future. And people do it out of two reasons, or both: mental illness or financial problems, because they don't want to go get a job at McDonald's. Or I guess the third option is being sex trafficked, which happens a lot and goes hand in hand with prostitution. So if someone tries to sell you the lie that prostitution in any form, whether it's online or in real life, they're both prostitution, just know that it is a lie, and that there's no such thing as a happy prostitute, and people don't do it for fun, and it's not empowering at all. and people will try to make it seem like it is so that they themselves can cope. That is a self-cope. And I think that iDubbbz's girlfriend is coping by pretending that this is something she wants to do. But if that's the case, then how come back in the day, iDubbbz didn't want her to do it?
Basically, she sucked up to Celestia Vega,
Also false.
begging to be a part of Zoe's Ho Squad, but iDubbbz told her not to, so she
That's
too.
true.
He stopped her from becoming one before, but now suddenly that changed. I guess he just lost his integrity over time or something. Or maybe iDubbbz just isn't making money like he used to, so he doesn't want to dig in his savings account, so he puts his girlfriend up for sale. Maybe iDubbbz isn't making the money he used to, and he just doesn't want to dig into his savings account, so he puts his girlfriend up for sale. But I have a controversial opinion, and it's really sad that this is a controversial opinion to begin with, but I don't think that women should be up for sale. Women shouldn't be for sale, period. And that's why it's extra disgraceful that iDubbbz, of all people, a successful, what I assume to be millionaire, a successful YouTuber who can generate more money if he really tried, would put his girlfriend up for sale. And if it's not him doing it, if it's not him pimping her out, why is he not getting her mental health help? She clearly is mentally ill if she has a supportive boyfriend who has money to support her and she still wants to do it, or he's willing to provide for her and she still wants to do it. She's looking for a validation in somewhere she's not going to get it, and she's destroying her life in her most, I have to say the word, fertile years, so to speak, where she's supposed to be having kids and getting married to this guy. Aside from this video being about how I was vindicated and I was right about her whole, what she did was art shtick being incorrect and that it was just her preemptively being a prostitute, I think that we need to focus on the bigger picture in that women shouldn't be for sale, and especially not when they're the girlfriends of huge YouTubers, and that when this happens, those people need to be held accountable for that, and we should not be endorsing this sort of behavior because it's going to lead down a dark path. She's eventually going to regret this, especially if she accidentally or plans to have children. Also, the fact that other girls are looking at this, they're saying, oh, iDubbbz's girlfriend's being a prostitute, that means it's okay if I go do it. And then you have girls in the masses mentally damaging themselves even further, or trying to psych themselves into thinking it's okay because they did it out of desperation for money. They're like, oh, well, if a millionaire's girlfriend does it, it must be fun. When that's not how it is at all. And you guys are going to see that I'm right. And you can look into the statistics for suicide rates and depression rates for prostitutes if you don't believe me. And yes, to be clear, pornography is a form of prostitution. I am talking about general prostitution. Online, offline, with a camera, does not matter. It's not going to be very empowering and cute like Belle Delphine when these girls are going to end up killing themselves. And even as much as I don't like iDubbbz's girlfriend, and I think she's a hypocrite, she's a proven liar, and I've proved that in my videos, but that doesn't change the fact that even her, she doesn't deserve that. And I think that she also does it because not only her mental issues and maybe financial issues, which is like why, once again, her boyfriend is iDubbbz, but I also think it's because once these girls get into it, they think that they can't.
I'm going to address an issue here, and I'm going to point out something. And I want to say this. Like, there was a woman that I used to know that made YouTube content on YouTube, and she was also well known in the streaming scene. You may know of her as Claire Babylegs. A lot of people that don't know this, and I'm sorry if I kind of missed the cue on unmuting this. I want to address this issue because of the fact that Clara Babylegs, for example, she had a boyfriend who was well known in the Minecraft community, and of course was accused of being a pedophile. And I think she kind of left him, considering that he was like a rich guy, and Clara Babylegs was like a well known, she was like well known because of him. Claire kind of went out of her way to basically do cam girling and all that other stuff. And when you look at her, like now, she used to be well known she used to do like content for GameSpot. She did a content for video game, for a lot of companies that wanted her and her husband. And I don't know what happened other than the fact that, to my understanding, it's kind of a strange situation, because I understand that this kind of content that they create together was kind of like, okay, you become the eye candy, I become the guy that just does these funny things. And the weird thing about it is that Claire right now is doing cam girling and making a lot of money out of it, and the fact that this is the type of thing that girls are resorting to out of financial reasons, and I don't hold it against them, but at the same time, they do this type of thing because it's sort of it's not empowering or anything like that. It's just that people do it because of the fact that they need money, and there's a lot of women that do this because they feel that they should do it. Like, I remember there was a content creator who started out with, who has been known to have those big old titties, and she had kids, and I felt sorry for her for what happened to her when she explained her side of the story about why she kept doing YouTube, because of the fact that a lot of people don't realize she did pornography. She also did OnlyFans and all those other stuff to get by because she needed money. And she was, and I'm not going to mention her name because she no longer does the YouTube content anymore. And a lot of people don't realize that she was a smart woman. But the sad part was she also tried to do Twitch, and I thought it was hilarious. She got a lot of like followers and everything to follow her watching her play video games, and I thought it was freaking hilariously funny. She could have done it. She could have made a lot more money doing that, because it was so hilarious watching her on Twitch doing that. But she no longer does it. She's more focused on doing the whole pornography thing, and it's sad because she had so much potential, especially Claire Babylegs. She had so much potential because she made a lot of content for video game websites that she kind of promoted, like games and such, and phone apps. And these women had professionalism in a way, but and the sad part of it is that they decided to go back to porn because that pays well, and that's kind of the thing that I kind of have to point out. I don't know why women do that, but they do because of the fact that sex sells in a way, and it's sort of true. So I'm going to continue on with Brittany's video, and I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. So let's continue.
Get out of it. They think that once they take that stance, that they have to have that stance forever, because whatever you do stays online, right? Everyone knows you are selling your body and all that, right? The photos are there forever. So they feel kind of like trapped by it. But even if those photos are there forever, you have the power to turn this bad thing into something where other girls can learn from it and don't try to become a prostitute like you did. Because right now, iDubbbz's girlfriend is on Twitter talking about, oh, everyone has their own boundaries and it's okay. So basically she's saying it's okay to do what she's doing, and it's not. I think that this happening in addition to the video that I had just made yesterday.
Here, for those who don't know, iDubbbz's girlfriend is Rainbow Kids, and I recall Rainbow Kids was a controversial character in the Twitch community for a long time. She was one of the original boob streamers, and I know that she stopped because of her reputation kind of excelled far worse than expected. A lot of people liked her, a lot of people hated her, but, you know, Rainbow Kids wasn't a bad person, and I don't think she's a bad person at all. It's just some people have an issue with her, like Brittany does. She's just trying to address the criticisms and everything about her, which is fine, because I can understand what's going on here, and she's trying to address this issue in a way that people need to understand that I do feel sorry for Rainbow Kids, because personally, I hope she's okay. But I can see in the situation that I know that Brittany may not be, you know, she may be a savage person when it comes to criticism, but she does care, and she tries to address that issue of concern. So let's go ahead and continue watching this video. Let's go. All right.
About how Pornhub hosts sex traffic victims and their abuse on their website and verifies them for other men to watch and consume and pleasure themselves to. I think that all of this supports the fact that the more you allow prostitution legally or morally by encouraging it and saying it's okay, the more rampant it becomes, and the more women become subject to being put up for sale. When we see even famous YouTubers' girlfriends becoming prostitutes, we have to ask ourselves, why is prostitution becoming more popular? And I see this with my own two far apart eyes as well. I had dancing, or they were good at art. They had their own little nifty things they would do on stream. And guess what? Because they couldn't make enough money off of streaming, they turned to prostitution. And also because of mental illness in some cases as well. And that's really sad to see, that people I know become prostitutes out of financial need. So the more you enable it to happen and the more you encourage it, the more it's going to happen. Show your ass. Let me see your ass. I'll pay this much to see your tits and ass. You are enabling it. You are part of the problem. You are why prostitution is becoming a problem. You are why pornography is becoming such a big issue, to where children are getting addicted to it. Like I said yesterday in the video I made on Twitch, they now have pornographic anime AIs on Twitch, partnered by Twitch, where kids can just pee is hard aside. I don't care if you want to pull your peeper and you watch pornography. You contribute to the problem. There are sex traffic victims on porn sites and people don't even know about it. Probably thousands of cases people don't even know about, especially in light of the recent cases coming out of it. The more that people are in denial about prostitution and pornography being harmful and a detriment to our society, the more we're going to have sex traffic victims and their abuse uploaded on Pornhub, and the more we're going to have women being put up for sale and subject to prostitution because you allowed it in the first place. Prostitution, pornography, and being taken advantage of and being exploited are not separate concepts. They can't be separated. There's no such thing as ethical porn. There's no such thing as ethical prostitution. If you guys agree with the controversial opinion that women shouldn't be put up for sale and that we shouldn't be endorsing every e-celebrity that turns to prostitution, be sure to share this video and give it a like. It's really important because I don't feel like enough people are saying this or putting this out there. These videos take really long to make. I have to take days off of streaming, which is my main income, just to make them. So if you appreciate this video, go ahead and do me a favor by subscribing and also checking the Amazon link down below. All you have to do is click it and just buy your normal Amazon stuff that you would have anyway, and it gives me a commission back. But if you would like to take it a step further, I have other ways you could do that. I have a Patreon and so on, so just check the description below. And I also have a Discord that you can join in return for that. So thank you again, everyone, and hopefully this video will get some support and some people will see that I'm vindicated. And if they don't, just know that I will be vindicated once again.
I think you picked the wrong side.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about this because this is something that a lot of people are dealing with. And yes, I don't agree with her views, but she is pointing out something that a lot of people are talking about, and I thought it was hilariously pointed out because a lot of people don't realize this is something that a lot of people have to understand. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys something that's kind of funny. Let me see if I can go to main display. Here we go.
Admit it. You're a whore. You whore yourself out online. You whore yourself out in front of your family and your friends. You're a whore, plain and simple. Just admit that you're a whore and a slut and a harlot.
Yes, this is kind of what's going on right now, and a lot of people are talking about it. Like, this is... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's what's going on, guys. This is what's going on. Okay, what the hell? New Yorkers are advertising prostitution on a public transportation. Yeah, this is becoming like the commie girl is hotter than the Bernie girl. Like, yeah, this is kind of what's going on right now, ladies and gentlemen. Doja Cat. Like, I don't have a problem with Doja Cat because Doja Cat is kind of like I really liked her music, but when she did the whole "Bitch I'm a Cow" song, now everyone's talking about the Marx girl, which I thought it was kind of funny. Communism will win. Okay, liberal, cool. Like, I thought it was kind of funny. A lot of people are talking about her, the Marx t-shirt girl. It's sort of weird. Now, a lot of people are just talking about... Oh, here's another one that I kind of thought was kind of funny.
I should DM on my star sign. Cans of the blue rain. E-girls on the timeline. I should DM on my star sign. I've been on this app too long. Thought I was the only man. Now she opened up an OnlyFans. Hoes think their titties worth my pay, but I'm blocking women every day. I said, fuck your simp that sends you that cash. Bitch, you've got flat tits and you've got no ass.
Yeah, that's what's going on right now. The simp wars are happening, guys. The simp wars are happening. Everyone's like, okay, babe, it's 4 p.m. Time for my only yes, honey. Like, it's sort of funny and it's sort of true what's going on. Because right now the memes are popping up and it's sort of the laugh out loud comedy of the year. Now, a lot of people are talking about Alinity, and I kind of recalled this is kind of what's going on right now. This is pretty much what everyone's talking about. Oh boy. Now, everyone's talking about Alinity, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get Pat's video up and running, because I know Pat, yo boy Pat, I gotta give him props for this video because he actually made it funny when he did this. Let me go ahead and show you guys the craziness that is going on in the Simp Wars. Let me show you. Let me see if I can get that video up and running. Because I'm going to show you guys what happened. Because everyone who saw Linity's video of her getting attacked by her own cat, it's sort of funny. I can't show you the video, but here it is.
Don't ever let me hear you singing that song with that jacked up ass voice. And another thing, that's for throwing me over your head that one goddamn time. You thought I forgot, didn't you? Hurts, don't it? That's right, revenge, bitch. Feel every piece of it. Oh no.
Like, that's kind of the thing. And there was another one where he did this. Let me see if I can show you guys. Because your boy Pat did this.
Alright, I guess you want me to bite your ass again. I told you to stop singing my song. Where the fuck you think you're going? Don't think I can't follow where we're going. You think you can just back up? I tell you what then. Every step you take, every move you make, till you shut the fuck up, I'm gonna scratch your ass. That's right, I don't care. Quit singing my goddamn song. Oh, don't worry about it, fans. By the time I'm done with her, man, y'all gonna have a scratched up twitch dot. She keep fucking my goddamn song up.
Yeah, that's what happened to Alinity. Her attack finally attacked and snapped. A lot of people were laughing at that situation.
You still singing? You still singing? Alright, I guess you want me to bite your ass again. I told you.
Yeah, that happened. So, as much as I hate to say this, that's what's going on. So, if anything, I'm just laughing about this. Yeah, I kind of agree with this. AJT, yeah, it's been a while. I'm sorry if I haven't been on the chat thing. I know, I do agree. Look, man, I don't agree with a lot of Brittany said, but that's why I'm not subscribed to her. I think she's sort of right. She's sort of right that women have concerns for turning to prostitution, which is true. And I want to address that issue because of the fact that a lot of women are resorting to it because they either can't find jobs or they can't really, if they have like mental issues, there's programs for that. If they can't really find a job, like, because I have mental issues, and if she can't really find a job, and if she suffers from a certain problem, then honestly, she could get diagnosed and possibly get help. Because a lot of people are talking about this. Like, apparently, this is the reason why Unseen Japan hates everything related to Japanese. This is from his very first article. I wasn't able to find anything. Oh, snap, really? Really? I gotta see this. I gotta see this. This is funny. Unseen Japan. Let's see. From his very first article, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah. If anything, I will have to address something right here about this whole issue because a lot of people are talking about this. So, I will bring up the issue because a lot of people are talking about this issue about the Simp Wars. They're about to happen soon enough. And I'm not going to try to disrespect anyone or anybody on this because there's been some talk about this. If anything, if anybody has something to say, you can join my Discord, which I'll link as soon as possible. Do you want to, if anybody wants to get on my Discord. I do have an account on Discord. You can contact me. I'll put it on the guest. I'll put it in the guest room, and you guys can join up on my Discord thing. I know that there's some things that kind of led to this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one time. I will. Let's see if I can find a way to invite people here, because I don't know why they copy. I'll copy the link and then just. This is only available for one time only. I know that some people like to. Oh man. All right, let's see. Here it is, my Discord. You can join in and talk to me if you want to, because I would like to say that my Discord is not that great. It's just pretty crappy. As for right now, I am trying my best to make this Discord happen. If anything, you guys can come in and talk to me about anything. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just trying to make sure things run smoothly. You can come in and contact me and join in on the stream and say hello or possibly troll me. I don't care. If you troll me, I will kick you the F out. I mean it. So let's see what's going on here. Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Let's see if I can make some interesting stories here. I'm going to go ahead and transition to this next subject, which is Aquaman star Jason Momoa takes heat from sharing a fan moment with Mel Gibson. But here's the kicker: he took a picture with our favorite actor, who we all know and love, and it's a shame that this picture showed up. It's nice to see that they are hanging out, taking pictures and everything. Pride of the Gypsies. Like, this is on Instagram, and a lot of people were kind of upset about it. Personally, I don't have a problem with Mel Gibson. I know that people had problems with him for being anti-Semitic in the past, but he kind of went his own way and had to deal with back in 2006 the actor was arrested for drunk driving. During arrest, he used some choice words with law enforcement, including anti-Semitic and racial comments, but wasn't the end of Mel Gibson's woes. After his divorce from his longtime wife, Gibson engaged with volatile relationship with Onosaka Granema. She later accused the star of both verbal and physical abuse, to which the actor pleaded no contest in the count of misdemeanor, spousal battery. And it's sort of sad, too, because I thought it was kind of cool, though. And because Jason Momoa and him are taking pictures. Because a lot of people don't realize he was the guy that did Lethal Weapon series. He did Mad Max, and those were the biggest cult favorites in my remembrance of him. He did a couple other films. Like, I'm kind of surprised he had Peter Dinklage in there too, hanging out with him. And it's not a bad thing. I don't think he's a bad person. I think most people are getting upset over this. It's sort of sad that people are just like getting upset over the fact that he was hanging out with Mel Gibson. And Mel Gibson was a very nice person. Being surprised that he was hanging out with the guy who everyone talks to, that everybody wants to avoid in Hollywood. But this is nothing wrong. I know Mel Gibson's having issues, but he's a nice guy if you get to know him better. And it's a shame that most people don't give him credit for that. So I'm going to go ahead and transition to over here. That's pretty much what's going on. I don't know why it's like re-linking my Discord here. But I don't know. This is pretty weird. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this because a lot of people are talking about this issue. So, let's see. What else is there? They're going to be in the news because I don't know. There's been a lot of weird stuff that Bellinghom's promoters Heather Ontos as senior editor. Why did they do that? Why? Let's see. Boss Logic celebrates Mario Day by sharing mock-up of Witcher Calgary as Nintendo's Mario. Yeah, that's funny. Let's see here. I don't know. I would talk about the first Rotten Tomatoes critic review. Vin Diesel's Bloodshot are fresh. I probably will watch Vin Diesel because it's Vin Diesel. I don't know. That would be a good movie. Let me see what others going on with Viz drops the new Bleach trailer. So they're making I thought they ended Bleach a long time ago. And now they're making... Okay, so they're reprinting the Bleach series. Because it's Tia Kabuto's new presentation of the 20th anniversary project of Tia Kabuto's new project presented. Let me go ahead and see that one. I'm going to look it up. Oh, it's coming out on March 20th. So be aware that they're going to announce this around Japanese time. So if you guys are watching this, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this because the new Bleach anniversary project is coming out soon, which is I'm kind of waiting for it because it's going to be live streamed on March 20th. So be ready because a lot of people are expecting this to happen. And what's going on is that he's going to bring out his old cast of the Japanese, including the American stuff. So let's look at the website and see what's going on. So the YouTube Jump channel, the Japanese channel, the Shonen Jump English, Periscope. A lot of people are going to be talking about Tia Kabuto's new presentation, Bleach 20th Anniversary Project, Kabuto Tito. New presentation will be held in the same time the stage originally scheduled for the Japan's Anime Japan 2020 March. It will be delivered in 9:45 on Saturday the 21st. Delivered URL followers. Well, that's nice. So the face again, Bleach. So it's actually going to come back again. He's going to continue on with the story. I thought he ended the series. So he's going to continue on with his new series. So he's going to announce something. I don't know what to expect, but I just hope it's a very good one. I don't know about that anime stuff, but I don't know. As far as I know, the Simp Wars are still going. I don't know. That's kind of... I'm sorry about that. I'm into that anime shit. I'm sorry. Now, a lot of people are talking about it misogynist. The original wording that I would believe that she would call the person was pervert, not misogynist, because the problem with that whole argument... There's a scene in the video. There's a scene where, because I used to watch Love Are You. Nothing personal. I really like that series, and I know that most people are talking about this situation because the problem is that she misworded the whole thing using misogynist, and she's trying to defend this, and a lot of fans are personally upset about this because of what is going on. The problem is that misogyny is kind of it means hatred for women. But the problem with that whole situation with Love Are You dub, I don't think that word should be used. It should have been used like, oh, are you a pervert? Oh, you pervert, blah, blah. Like, they should have done that. But considering that she wanted to do it in a way that would be understandable, a lot of people are upset with this whole using the word misogyny in the whole thing and claiming that's an agenda. personally, in her defense, I will take her word a little bit better. And I'm not going to try to attack her. I don't think she deserves to be attacked for this. But, I would suggest she would use another word for this. Because that word kind of doesn't... in the context of that word, I think that word should have been more used differently. Why I said that there was a problem with something similar to old-fashioned and misogynistic, it's very different words. The second does push an agenda which people are right to be annoyed about. But when dubbing, you have to adapt, and completely changing the implied meaning is said no. Now, keep this in mind. I want to address something, and I want to say this, and I do agree with the person pointing out that issue. Now, being that the person saying misusing the word misogyny to describe a situation or describing the person taking the action, I don't want to, but this is what she said. I wanted to put this out there because I know the folks are mad at me, and honestly, I hate making anyone mad, but there are some difficulties in dubbing you may not be aware of that can be effective choices, such as syllable count, animation, mouth flaps, and rhythm. Ideally, we keep a close and original translation as we can, but dubs aren't that simple. They have to flow and work with the animation, very pursuits out there. Subs are definitely for you, and I personally like both depending on the show. And then she continues on saying, my job as an ADR writer is to make things sound natural and avoid sounding too stiff. There's no one-in-one trade when it comes to translation. It involves a lot of puzzle solving and spending tons of time with the material, but I put a lot of love in my work, and I promise no hidden agendas, which is fair. I'm not going to try to hold it against her. Get with the times. You're so behind on the times, etc. As a translator myself, there had to be a way to put in played meaning gender discrimination into a script that still matches the lips. Get with the times. You're so behind on the times, etc. That's something that I kind of understand, which is why I said probably something. This is what the person replied. This is what, however, some fans are unsatisfied with Segura's defense and continues to criticize the change in script basis on the use of the word misogyny due to the word's contemporary political connotation. Because it's like, your choice of words were used politically, changing ones that had been thrown around to devolved individuals and disagree with specific political agendas in order to make them into some sort of subhuman. These days, wanting to have the AC to make you an evil misogynist. Yes, because ruining Japanese creator work for localization by blatantly changing the dialogue, it shows, mind you, I hate Love Are You. I actually don't have a problem with Love Are You because I thought it was an interesting story. Because it kind of reminded me too much like another anime, and I can't remember that other anime's name, which it sort of does remind me of another anime that you probably watched a long time ago. It was done by To Love Are You, All Things Are Sad, but you guys are better than this. You aren't big Hollywood as I thought you were. The length of time to say, that's misogynist, 1 second. Then the length of time saying, that's old-fashioned, 1 second. That's an easy fix. And a lot of people are talking about this. And what are my thoughts on this whole issue? I personally don't want to attack the translator because the translator wants to use the word that's old-fashioned. But I don't think she understands the context of when you're using misogyny, saying that that's misogynist. The problem with that, she could have used another word in the translation, like, that's pretty... Like, she could have said that's... I forgot what that word means. that's pretty Neanderthalish or something. I don't know. She could have used some different wording, but she used a different wording that out of context, which basically means I hate women. That means you hate women, or that's pretty much you hate women. It's kind of the worst case scenario that they try to describe it, because misogynist is kind of in context means you hate women, and that doesn't really make any sense at all in a situation in part of that series. As much as I like to love RU, I understand, but right now a lot of anime fans are pretty upset about this, because I myself want to buy this series because I always liked the series, and I might buy it from Funimation. I don't want to put them out of business, but you know, what can I do? There's no distributor that would compete against them. And there is a bunch of other distributors that do compete against them. The problem is they can't afford to pay dubbing licenses to contract dubbers to make these shows. Keep this in mind. I know that there's other companies that do this, that make anime, and I know that they also license to other companies. Like, I know that there was Made in Japan. Like, let me see, Made in Japan. Let me see if I can show you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and Made in Japan. Like, there's a website. There's a company called Made in Japan, and the shows they have are old animes that I used to like. Like, they have the Blue Gale Exumbaloo and also Space Runaway Ideon, which I can show you. And they also have Bosquish, which I actually you might remember that show that was done by Shoji Kawamori. A lot of people don't realize that Shoji Kawamori made the mecha designs for that anime, and it was done by a French animator who made this show. And I thought it was a really good show, but it was canceled later on, and it's a shame that it was never going to make it, but I thought it was a good show. I would love to buy this show for some reason. Now, the stuff that they have right now is, like, they have Clamp School Detective Complete Collection, which I recommend you probably should watch, because this is done by the company known as Clamp. And they also got Gunbuster. They also have Glass Mask. Most of the stuff isn't dubbed. They only have like like right now they only have this anime right here. And I bought the disc for this, and I bought both discs because I wanted to watch these animes for a long time, and the fan sub community had a hard time making them, because it's harder to get a good copy of those animes, especially in the fan sub community. After watching them, I finally got to watch them on Blu-ray, which I watched them and I actually enjoyed them, because I actually marathoned both of those shows and actually watched them and liked them. Now, Ashura Crying, I actually watched that series before. Good show. It's just a shame that it's like a short-lived series. It wasn't like really popular in a sense. I would probably recommend it for anyone who is into it. It's pretty old anime, but other than that, it's not a bad anime. Gun Parade March is another one I liked. That's another one I recommend you could probably check out, but it's a short-lived anime series. They have like 2 seasons of it. I have never seen Kiss Drum. I might be interested in buying that, and also Joshiki. I might watch that one, and Kanona Complete. Might watch that one too. There's another one I know that they have, Monochrome Factor. That's another one I might watch. Nasha no Arashi. That's another one. Pat Labor. They have the full series. I might watch it because I might be interested in watching that series, because they do have like the Pat Labor series. Also the movies too, which I might be interested in. They also got the Royal Space Force Wings of Honiamis, which is no longer a part of Manga Entertainment, which I might watch. Let me see, what else do they have? They have a lot of anime. They have some collections, but the more I wish they did, because I would like to Heart. I actually like that series. To Heart to Complete collection. That's actually a really good anime. Other than that, it's not a bad thing. I think a lot of the stuff that they have here, I might watch the Pat Labor Police Force collection, because they do have a big collection of those things, but they only license them limitedly, and I'm lucky they have it on this Made in Japan thing, because they do have a lot of anime that are old, but I really like to support them because they basically sell all the subbed in animes. I know that they have like Battle Programmer Shirais, which is another one. I might buy those two because they are pretty good animes from what I heard. Gunbusters is another one. That's a lot of animes right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's just an example of one company that has it. So if you want some anime or classic anime, I recommend you go to Made in Japan, because that's another company you should go to but they're from Mystic. They also have like Switchblade, which I don't know. Switchblade. Let me see if I could find them. Oh, they're no longer there. Kraken Rising shows. Like they're also known for, if you want to, because they also are part of Kraken Release too. They're a subsidiary. They actually have the Garo anime, like the Garo show, the Godzilla 1984, and they actually have the Garo collection, which I recommend you watch Garo. It's actually a pretty good series. The TV show and movies, they're really excellent. I recommend you watch the live action one. It is a very good series to watch. I actually watched them in fan sub and I liked them. This is from Kraken Release. That's pretty much, yes, I'm a weeb, so sue me. I actually like this series, and they also got Lone Wolf and Cub, which they do sell. They do sell the Blu-rays of, and also Samurai Punisher. I recommend you watch that one. That's actually a pretty good series too, Lone Wolf and Cub. So that's pretty much another one. There's another anime company that I know, Discotech. Let me see if I could find them. Discotech. Discotech. Let me see if I could find it. Discotech, the anime. Oh, here they are. Discotech. This is another company. They only sell like old animes. They actually are selling the Cobra movie on 4K. They're only they are licensed to Right Stuff Entertainment. They are trying to sell Giant Robo Ova series. I might buy it. City Hunter. That's another one that they are. This is their catalog of animes that they have. They have like a huge catalog, but the more they have, the more they could. Like they have this one, which I remember. This is like the Bludgeoning Angel Dokuro-chan, which I actually like that series, but it's a shame that they only have like a small episodes of it. I might buy it. What else do they have? They have Lupin the Third. They have Tetsunuchi 28. They have Devilman. They have a lot of other things. Shingeki Robo, Blackjack, Cobra. I know they have the Cobra TV series too. Galvion. I might watch that one. I might watch Psycho Hammer Galvion, because I actually do like to watch old, obscure, like giant robot animes. Let me see, Galactic Wars. I might watch that one. God Mars. They even got They got Reborn too. They actually have like all the Reborn animes. They have Kimono and Friends. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they have Kimono and Friends. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, they do have that. So if you want to, you can go buy it from them. They have the anime. They even got Cutie Honey. It's cute, the new Cutie Honey OVA series. They have Hells, which I actually like that one. That was actually a pretty good movie. Beast Fighter. I gotta watch that one. That's actually a weird anime. That's the only thing I can see from all of this. They have Go Shogun. They have Cruiser Joe. They have other animes, but these are all DVD releases that they have right now. They also got Sakura, Captain Car Sakura movie. I wish they brought it back. Cyber 6, yes, they have the complete series for the Canadians. Let me see, what else do they have? They have the Blue Submarine #6, which I actually will recommend. It's actually a pretty good series. It's a 2-disc series. Surprisingly, they got Samurai Pizza Cats. They have, yes, they do have Saint Seiya Original Movie Collection Volume 1. Lupin the Third, The Mystery of the Mano, which is kind of a movie or an OVA, if I remember. I can't remember because I don't always collect a lot of anime, but I do collect a lot of anime. Let's see, Galaxy Express. I need to collect that one because they're pretty good movies that they always do with Galaxy Express. Fist of the North Star. Let's see what else they have. Blu-ray out of print. Oh, really? They don't... Venus Wars? That's pretty cool. Alright. Enough lollygagging on the anime stuff. This is the companies that actually do it. Discotheque Media. Go check them out. They actually do have a collection of old animes that you could probably watch. I highly recommend it because they are trying their best to appeal to a certain demographic. If you want to, you can get that one. Because if you're tired of what Viz Media or any other company that's doing something, I recommend you go to them. Because if you're tired of the fact that they don't have the anime that you want, then go to them. Because they do have a lot of anime. And the problem is that I don't know why people are going to those. And I know that they have the biggest collection, but if anything, I hate to say this, but if you want to, just go. I don't want to say pirate because that's going to be the wrong type of message that people will do. And the fact that I know that some people are... Alright, we're back? Okay, cool. Because unfortunately my internet is not that great. And I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. The thing is that I will explain a lot of this as best as possible, because the fact is this type of thing is kind of showing that the anime industry is going to be dying soon if we do it. I don't want to do this because of the fact that I understand that it misrepresents the community in America, and that's if the Japanese see that, they would see a problem. And I do agree with one person's point that the problem with Crunchyroll and their streaming service is that they don't innovate as much. They just try to sell stuff and expecting everyone to buy their stuff. And I don't recommend to try to pirate, because I understand that some people like to pirate. I used to be like one of those people. But I actually buy their stuff before when I buy it. Like, for example, like I wanted to. I actually saw the fan subs of Lucian, Code Geass, Lucian's Rebellion, R1 and 2 on fan sub, and I decided to buy the series, the full series. But I was kind of disappointed about that ending. Yeah, my phone does that. Yeah, I hate when they do that. That's kind of sad.
I don't see it yet in your contacts. Who would you like to call?
Yeah, hold on, guys. That's my phone going off.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear you. Could you please repeat what you said?
Thank you. There we go. As far as I know, this whole situation with a girl that tries to be this, a girl that tries to feel that they should include misogyny in the wording of a translation saying I'm old-fashioned, it kind of doesn't make anybody happy right now. And the problem is right now, if you want to, you can go watch the sub version of it and see how it is, or the anime version of it. But as far as I know, if you're like tired of Sentai or Viz or doing something you're pissed off about, or then go to other companies, support them. Go to Discotech. They don't try to censor their anime as much. They don't try to do that stuff. As far as I know, if people are so upset about this, go to another company. Go to Discotech. Support them. I highly recommend it because they have the anime that most people are into, like Kimono and Friends Season 1. Go support them, even though, yes, it's like very expensive to get these days, but they lowered the price here. You can get it for $40, which it's a kid's show, and I'm surprised that most people don't buy it. It's like, if anything, Discotech is actually, you know, at least bringing out anime that I could probably stand to. Like, I don't know why anyone, you know, doesn't support them. Like, I actually bought, like, Idion, the complete series from them, and it's actually a decent anime, and I actually liked it. Even though it's an old anime, I'm surprised no one goes to Discotech or any other company that does. Like, you can go to any other company, and if you're upset with Funimation, you can go to another company. Like, I can understand why people are upset with Funimation. Like, look at them. They are innovative. They actually try to make people try to buy their stuff. And it's like, I don't have a problem with this company, but I can see why people are upset with them, because they are trying to, you know, force people to buy the anime that they can possibly afford. Like you can see right here, $99 a month, $90 a year, $7.99 a year, and you can get all this anime that they could offer you. I'm not gonna try to disrespect them. I know that they have all these shows that are on their thing. Like, you know, I don't have a problem with it. If you want to, and if you're tired of Funimation, if you're tired of let's see if I can look it up. Like, I can understand people are upset with Crunchyroll. Like, I used to go to their website a lot. That's my account. Like, I understand that people are upset with Crunchyroll. I understand that people got upset with Crunchyroll for a lot of reasons. And I don't hold it against them. Because a lot of people are upset with what they have done. I get it. You don't like what they're doing. If you want to, you could support whatever you want. You're allowed to do whatever you want with your money. And if you don't want to, do what you want. I'm not forcing you to quit Crunchyroll. I'm not forcing you to do that. If you don't like what they're doing, then don't put your money into it. That's the point. Go somewhere else. Go to another service that offers that type of content. I know that some people are upset and pissed off, but I'm not saying you should pirate anime. I'm saying go somewhere else. Go to an alternate, like Made in Japan. Like, they have content. They're trying to release content. Like, they actually have some anime that I want. Like, I actually want that anime, even though it's licensed by, like, I know they had some animes that are, like, from the manga entertainment thing, but they're licensing it and buying it. Go to alternatives. If you don't like what they're doing, and I'm just saying this, if you don't like what Crunchyroll or any other company that's doing something, go to the alternative. Support them. Do that. But don't go, getting upset with them. If you feel that they are doing something that is bad, then don't support them. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, guys, I have to go. Leave your thoughts down below. Even though I don't make the best content, if you want to, give me feedback on how I should improve my content, because I have to go. So catch you later. Bye-bye.